Hello everyone, my name is Tanish and I'm excited to talk about the responsible leadership in relation to one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which is the SDG 8, which I've chosen, which is decent work and economic growth. So before diving into the topic, let me quickly introduce the SDGs. So the United Nations has identified 17 SDGs to address global challenges such as poverty, inequality, climate change, economic stability, etc. And these goals aim to create a better and more sustainable future for all. Initially, they were called MDGs, which are Millennium Development Goals. They were introduced in the 80s, and around 2015, a group of people they just renamed it into SDGs. So initially, considered a few SDGs, and one of them being SDG 9, which is industry, innovation, and infrastructure. And since I have an interest in social media marketing and so audio engineering, I could relate to this responsible leadership in driving digital transformation and innovation. And another SDG which I also identified, which I could relate, is the SDG 4, which is quality education. As an MBA student and someone who has applied for roles in education and training, uh, I feel like I could relate to this and I could talk about the responsible leadership in making education more accessible and inclusive. But out of the final one which I chose was the SCG 8, which is the decent work and economic growth. And because I could relate to it more personally and professionally, and because of my first-hand experience in workplace challenges, hiring basis, and the impact of economic policies and employment opportunities, I could relate to it more personally and professionally. So as so why did I choose SDG 8? So as someone who has experience in HR and sales operation, I've seen firsthand h- how employee opportunities and ethical workplace practices shape people's lives. So additionally, as a job seeker in Dubai myself, I face challenges in securing the jobs, employment due to low demand for local experience with the UAE experience, which everybody asks, and this importance of fair hiring practices and the workplace ethics and sustainable job creation are the key aspects of SDG 8. So let's talk about responsible leadership. So let's understand and define what is responsible leadership. So in my view, responsible leadership is about making ethical and sustainable decisions that benefit employees, businesses, and society as a whole. It goes beyond traditional leadership, which often focuses on maximizing profits and instead considers long-term impacts on people and the planet. In simpler terms, a responsible leader is always someone who asks, are we treating our employees fairly? Are we creating equal opportunities for everyone? Are we making business decisions that contribute to a sustainable future? So these are the elements of responsible leadership, like you can see stakeholder inclusion, emotion and intuition, mission and purpose, technology and innovation, intellect and insight. I would also like to include this in which was also mentioned in the notes given by the professor as uh, according to the research by Thomas Mack and Nicola Plus, responsible leaders are those who balance economic success with ethical responsibilities. They ensure that business decisions do not exploit workers or harm the environment or create inequalities. So let's talk about how responsible leadership contributes to SDG 8. So SDG 8 focuses on promoting economic growth, full employment, and decent work for all. But what does decent work really mean? It means fair wages, safe working, job security, equal opportunities for everybody, regardless of gender, nationality, or background. Unfortunately, many workplaces will still engage in unethical hiring, discrimination, employee exploitation. For example, some companies prioritize profit over employee well-being, leading to overwork, burnout, and unfair wages. So, how does a responsible leader uh, help solve these issues? So, that's the 3 points which I've given here. So I would practice on fair and ethical hiring. So as an HR associate, I ensured the hiring was based on the merit, not biases. I've seen how fair hiring improves employee morale and productivity. In the future, I aim to advocate for diverse and inclusive hiring in any leadership role that I take. So then I would ensure employee well-being. So many company focuses on like performance and forget about the employee well-being. But a responsible leader ensures that the employees have work-life balance, mental health support, and career growth opportunities as well. For example, some companies in Dubai provide mental health resources and flexible work-life policies, which boost the employee satisfaction. So then I would support the sustainable economic growth. So companies should actually invest in employee training and innovation to create long-term business success. Some responsible leaders encourage entrepreneurship, fair wages, and sustainable work environments to contribute to economic stability. So these are the slides which I included regarding that. The slide, which is the employee well-being slide, the responsible leadership action slide, and the sustainable growth development for the economy. So, so for as a personal experience and commitment, what I would do, and I would talk about that as a job seeker in Dubai, I've experienced challenges due to demand of UA experience, like I mentioned before. So this made me realize the importance of fair hiring and equal opportunities in achieving SDG 8. In my future career, whether in HR, sales, or social media marketing, I will promote to fair employment, ethical leadership, and sustainable business practices. By practicing responsible leadership, we can ensure that business thrive ethically while supporting economic growth and employee well-being. So that's what I would do in my future. Um, Through these efforts, I aim to be a leader who prioritizes people, ethics, and long-term sustainability. So that's the main thing. And I will encourage diversity and inclusion in workplaces as a future leader. And even if it's in HR and sales operations, like I would advocate for fair and unbiased hiring. I would support employee well-being initiatives. I would promote employer ethical employer branding, and I would drive digital transformation in hiring to reduce biases. So that's what I would do. So to conclude, let's recap the key points. So SDG 8, which is decent work and economic growth, aims to create fair employment opportunities and sustainable economic growth. Responsible leadership is about making ethical and long-term decisions that benefit employees, businesses, and society. So by practicing fair hiring, employee well-being, and sustainable economic policies, leaders can contribute to SDG 8. So, so final thought is that true leadership isn't just about profit, it's about people and progress. You are making a difference in people's lives. As future leaders, we must ensure that our workplaces are fair, ethical, and inclusive, so that everybody has the opportunity to grow and succeed. So, thank you for your time. I hope this presentation has inspired you, and we can all contribute to SDG 8 through responsible leadership. Thank you.